Hello everybody, it is Mr. Edgar Tomo here, also known as Edgar AAJ on PSN, and that was Reunion by M83. That's an incredible song of their whole album. Like what, 20 some odd songs with like 15 bucks on iTunes. Well worth it. It's an incredible album. When it comes down to commentating, I figured I'm never gonna just make a one intro. I'm just gonna use all the music that I bought and put one song in each video. And in the future, I'll put one of those songs in a montage, or one out of each video. You know, something like that. As you can tell, this here is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is literally my second game I ever played. A reason why I'm not showing you my first, where we did win. I'm not gonna lie, we won the match, but I didn't do so well. I went like a good 30 and 28, you know, so it was a very average match. This here is immediately right afterwards. It is me and Dallas, Texas OGC and we're going against these try-hard clan guys. These guys think they're bad. They were just, you know, bad talking us, camping. Look at that little camper in the bottom right. I told my boy Dallas, Texas OGC about it, and he picks him off immediately. Right there on the bottom left, you see him get a headshot off him. That's how easy it was for us. But this is our second ever game. I was going try hard mode, or somewhat try hard. This is me like being Goku and turning all red and yelling constantly and using so much energy for so little power. Type of deal. That's how the way I see it as. I do apologize for not releasing a video. As I thought I would have released a video, but honestly I've been really busy, and plus the fact that I literally had a whole page set up, a whole page of notes just of all these topics I was going to cover that everyone else has already covered, so I sort of screwed myself over there. I should have made a video almost immediately after the game was released, but that wasn't the case for me. Before I had to comment on anything, I like to give everything a shot first before I play. Cause I mean, I could have been like every other commentator out there and just gave you my thoughts of the game. But why am I gonna do that? I think it's better if you actually play the game and you get at least some ideas that are somewhat facts, not just opinions. Because at that rate, it's something you can back up with the game that you've already played by yourself. For example, the way the game runs now, it's now the engine of Black Ops 1, but with the graphics of Modern Warfare 2. Brilliant idea. Revolutionary, as Steve Jobs would have said if he was still alive. That's something that I'm absolutely psyched about. The fact that they did that, because in Call of Duty Black Ops, or Modern Warfare 2, actually my bad there, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, it was so boring. I thought it was so boring, at least, just because of the fact that it looked so dry, sad, and empty game. I honestly felt bored just by waiting in the home menu, the countdown before the match started. This game over here at least got really good crisp detail. I mean, I'm not saying that means every soldier out there, you know, plays in really nice weather, but then again, they don't play in boring ass weather all the time. At least there's some sun, some detail put to the buildings or something, as opposed to Modern Warfare 3, which had detail as well, but it just looks so dry and boring. I mean, come on. I mean, at least add some detail. Don't sugarcoat it or anything, but just make it look nice. Another thing they did with the game is they added a really nice settings. The settings have now changed. Everyone's so used to your typical, you know, X circle, navigating through the thing. Now you can just swipe your joystick left or right, and you're already in the next menu. Which you still have to push X to go into public match or, you know, league match, whatever you want to play. But that has changed. And I think that's a very small detail that not too many people really notice. But I like that. It makes it's an obvious thing that Treyarch has done, but it just shows how integrated they are in today's society. They know everyone nowadays uses some sort of smartphone or something, that's what your hand is used to doing. It feels natural in your hands. So when you play Call of Duty Black Ops and you pick up the controller, the natural thing you're going to want to do to navigate to the settings is move it left or right, and that is what you do. And if you didn't, that means you're a really good dedicated God player, that you knew you had to, you know, push X and circle to navigate through the page. But if you did it, it feels good that you can just swipe left and right. It's a really nice marketing strategy they did there, and I do appreciate that and applaud Treyarch for doing that. They're always the people who bring out the newer ideas and try to integrate that in further newer Call of Duty games. Like in that I mean, that was a brilliant idea. I was really proud of them for doing that. Another part of change they did bring on to the game is they added a bit of Battlefield in there. I don't blame them. It was time for change. Every Call of Duty game after Modern Warfare has been the same. Somewhat, of course. There's different years, different toys to play with, different kill streaks and stuff like that. But they released that engine, that specific engine, and they've stuck to that engine ever since, and it hasn't changed. Yes, they've done tweaks to it to make everything look a bit more vivid or more crisp. Yeah, I mean, they've added the way the character dies, the dummy effect. You know, they've added that in there. But I should have researched if they've really changed or added a brand new engine to the game or not. I believe they haven't. I honestly think they have not added a new engine. They've stuck with that engine, but that's the most or as far as they've gone with change. The attachments you add to your gun, your primary weapon, is now, it matters now. It affects the way you play. If you add a laser sight to your gun, you're gonna have better hip accuracy. If you're gonna add a grip on there, it makes recoil go less. If you add a longer barrel, it's gonna give you more recoil but stabilize the way you shoot. All of that is something Battlefield's been doing since ages ago, since decades ago. They've been doing that. League play, that's tournament mode in Battlefield and FIFA and any EA game ever created. They all have a tournament mode. That's something that Call of Duty's copied as well, but I don't want to call it copying. I mean, it's like saying 2 FPS, you know, first-person shooter guns, and that's happen to say Battlefield had the AN-94 and the PDW. Those guns were in there first, and Black Ops 2 now has it in their game. It doesn't mean they're copying. They're just using another gun of miniguns. So that's not really copying. But now when it comes down to the whole settings thing, I will admit it's copying, but it's good change. It's about time they put something different new in the game. And I mean, as a guy coming from a guy who plays both games very much a lot, I can tell you guys, I mean, yes, they are copying. They have the right to copy. I mean, Battlefield did the same thing. They did the whole close quarters match, if I remember that. You know, close quarters. They put a map the size of a Call of Duty map, a really tiny map, but in the world of Battlefield, where everything could just get blown up into smithereens. They did that, and everyone with Battlefield, they were okay with it. They didn't really complain as much. Honestly, no one did. Everyone did. Some people did say, you know, the shotguns are overused, small machine guns. That's what everyone uses on those maps. Can you imagine why? Because it's so close quarters, you know, fast combat type of deal. That's how it is with this. You know, they took Call of Duty's ideas and integrated it into Battlefield. So now Call of Duty got some Battlefield ideas and integrated it within Call of Duty. And so there really is nothing to really complain about. But that is some obvious change that's been put into the game that's actually worked out very well. I do applaud Treyarch for what they've done. So far, the game runs very smoothly, really great. Not really much to complain about with the game. Sorry about that there. Burping a little bit. I always like to drink a little bit of water before I get the commentating, because talking for a good 14 minutes straight really takes the breath out of you. Oh my god. I needed that freaking water. But see, these are just topics that I'm covering here. Something that everyone who has the game right now should already know, if not use this information for that time of the season. That is the Christmas news. The almighty newbie Christmas news. They are weak, they're young, they like to yell, they're annoying, and they have their parents buy them the newest Call of Duty game every Christmas. And they're coming hard. So far, I mean, I think it was on fudzilla.com. I read an article that this game got a whopping 500 billion sales, I think, or 700 billion, a million, one of the two. But I remember I read the article on that case, and I was just flabbergasted to see that. And that is minus the Christmas news. The Christmas news haven't even came out yet. But the main topic of this video, the final topic, next to the whole sniping, which that's going to be a very small segment, but I am going to cover it, is the amount of tryhards in this game is ridiculous. At least on PlayStation 3 that much, I'll tell you that much. There are so many tryhards in the PlayStation 3 community, to the point where I can no longer play the game and just be chill and have fun. I have to try just to win, or just to get a positive KD in every match. And that's my goal. If you're gonna play the objective, play the objective. If you're gonna play, just to at least stay good. Make sure KD's positive. I'm not saying 30-1, but at least keep it, you know, above whatever you died. At least that's my goal, at least, depending on what I'm playing. But in this case, right now everyone's a tryhard. Everyone's on the games. Like, we already have people who are prestige like 6 and 7 and stuff. Those are the no-lifers who don't believe in society and don't believe in taking shits in the restroom type of deal. But it's the Christmas noobs is what's gonna really bring the game back to feeling better. Because I remember back in the day, you can play a new Call of Duty game for the first 2 months, and you already had the different group of people. And I'm gonna get back that on there in a bit. I'm gonna let you listen to this right here, and I'll get right back to the commentary. Just hold up.
You can't. You fucking can't. You're a fucking pussy. You fucking can't. You fucking can't. You fucking suck. You suck. You suck. Don't play SpongeBob. You suck. You suck.
Nah, nigga. I'll whoop your ass. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, whoop my ass. Hit like a little bitch. Fucking punk ass motherfucker.
I ain't from Dallas, but
You're a little punk ass bitch, aren't you? You're a little punk ass bitch, aren't you?
Hey man, can we all just be friends, bro? I know I'm on top of the leaderboard.
Fuck
One
you
day
and
you're
your
gonna see me
friends.
#1. But we need to chill right now,
Fucking
alright?
camping.
You getting me too excited.
Fucking camping ass bitch. Fucking camping ass bitch.
Hey man.
Fucking camping ass motherfucker.
Yo, are you
Does your mama
black or
got
are
some
you
big old
black?
juicy titties?
Just
Like Dr. Phil told your mama, she gotta stop
Because
sucking
if
dick.
you
Why
came
don't you
across
say
me,
dumb bitch?
then your mama got to have some juicy titties, you feel me? Because it has to be my pleasure for me to talk about your mama.
And I hope you all enjoyed that segment of angry tryhard trolls. This here is captured the flag on Nuketown 2025. This is roughly later on in the life of playing. See how I already have my classes made and everything. I'm no longer using the giveaway classes as I was in the previous video. But this is me going tryhard mode. As I mentioned before, there are a lot of tryhards, and that is what's going to bring this game down to the ground and make it the worst Call of Duty game ever, because it's no longer going to be enjoyable. But as every year, like every year, there's always something that comes to the game that fixes that issue. And that is the Christmas noobs, as I mentioned earlier ago before I let you listen to that. Everyone yelling and arguing and all that jazz. But the Christmas noobs are a bunch of kids, roughly ranging from the age 7 to the age of 13, possibly 14, who have their parents buy them the newest Call of Duty game when Christmas time rolls around. In that case, it's no longer going to be tryhards versus tryhards. It's going to be tryhards versus tryhards versus Christmas noobs versus... No, that's about it. But there's going to be a lot. Like I mentioned before, statistics have showed that there's already a lot of people who have already bought this game, and there's a whole lot more coming to it. So, the game has hope. The graphics are incredible. The storyline's pretty neat. They did copy a lot of Grand Theft Auto type of deal where your decisions actually make a change to the storyline. That's what Grand Theft Auto 4 was all about. They integrated new ideas to the game, ideas that I can really easily get used to. They brought quick scoping back. Quick scoping is now possible in the game. They showed sympathy after the failure of Black Ops 1. And that's all I have to say for the game so far. Of course, I'm going to be bringing you guys some brand new gameplay soon. A lot more newer and better gameplay as well. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is Mr. the Tall One here, also known as Edgar AAJ on PSN. If y'all have anything to discuss, please comment down below. If y'all like the video, like the video. If you don't, dislike it. You hurt my feelings, but it's okay with me. It's just you putting out your opinion. Hope y'all have a good day.